Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join us this morning as we check the currency market to see if we can find some good trades. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become the best version of yourself, and we do that by helping you become financially independent, by teaching you how to currency trade with our super accurate proprietary trading indicators and our best in the business one-on-one training. Our goal is to lighten your burden. So with that, let's get to it. We start by, we have to listen to this guy in the morning. Oops, come on here.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right, our goal here is twofold. First, I want to give you instruction on how to use the tools. And there's two trades that I principally focus on in this session. One is something called the 10-point trade, and another is the thick orange line trade. There are about a dozen different signals, and as you get trained, you will find a trading plan that kind of fits how you like to do things. And then two is just to show you how accurate they are. Very few people like to come online and predict trades. We do it every day, multiple times a day. Our accuracy is very good. The tools would work very well. Now, if you're in the light trial, you may not, be able to get the accuracy that we have. Our goal is just to show you that it works, and we're showing you kind of simplified versions of some of the trades. So goal is for you to see how well this works and how easy it is. So with that, let us go back. As many of you know, we have many live trades. In the light, you have access to these orange trades. So a little later this morning, you've got the intro to coaching. Tomorrow night, light member meeting. Regular members have access to morning trades, evening trades, Sunday trades, additional training sessions, and there's also paid sessions down here in the purple. So lots of opportunities until you are doing 10 pips a day consistently. You should be attending as many of these as you can. As you know, I also like to work off of a checklist, kind of like a little bit of a pilot's checklist. Make sure I haven't missed anything. First thing is that I want to check that my green chart is connected. Most of you aren't going to have this because I am still using the old version of green charts. This is program-based, and we are now switching over to the web-based. I haven't made that transition yet. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. I'm comfortable with the old version. But basically, I see it's green up here and it's green down here, so I know I'm turned on. And then I just want to check that my CoinEx is connected. And I can check by, if I look over here, I see the numbers bouncing around. That means I'm getting a live feed. This is a demo account that we will be trading out of. So everything is live. And then let us take a look at Last night, we tried to do a 10-point trade. We examined 3 different currency pairs in detail, and even though the signal was there, I didn't like the setup quite enough to take the trade. So nothing, we didn't take a trade, and sometimes the best trade you take is the one you don't. I have a roughly 80% accuracy rate, so I don't have to take every trade that comes along. I want to take ones that kind of meet my criteria. I've been looking at the signals long enough where, if there's something I don't like, I'm just going to pass on it. So yesterday we didn't find anything. Hopefully this morning we will. One of the things as technical traders, which means we are trading based on the price movement, news can also impact currency. So we want to just check the news and make sure that there is no news items coming out that might move a pair. So with that, we go to forexfactory.com. There are several other news sources, but this does a pretty good job of simplifying the information. And basically, they break it down into 3 categories. Yellows are low impact, orange is medium impact, and red is high impact. So we're on Tuesday. As we scroll down here, a bunch of yellows I don't worry about. At 2 o'clock, there is Fed Chairman Powell testifies. When he talks, that's enough to move the market. So any trade that we take this morning should be done before noon. I like to be out of it 2 hours before, and then nothing else till tonight, where there's some Aussie news, yellow. Again, really nothing to worry about. And then tomorrow morning, there's some Euro news. So we got nothing to worry about. So having a clear chart, now we are going to go into our technical analysis. The chart I have up is what I call a composite chart. It's called the Light 6 Majors. It has 6 different currency pairs, all on a 60-minute candle. This first chart is primarily US-based pairs. So when I start, I'm starting with the middle section of the chart, the majors and minors. Red and green are the major indicators. Black and gray are the minor indicators. I am looking for situations where we are either oversold. That means these lines are below the red line, or overbought over here on the US Canadian dollar, where the lines are above the blue line. And when I have a situation such as I do on the Australian USD, I am looking for the lines to be going up, which they are. Ideally, I like to see them all clumped together, and these are reasonably clumped together. And I like to see the green line over the red line and the gray line over the black line. So I have all the signals I need on this first chart. 1, we're undersold, that's worth a point. 2, that everybody's pointing up, that's worth another point. And 3, I've got the green over red and gray over black. So I got the 3 points here. I have 3 points here. Then I'm going to go up to this top chart, which we call the TNTs, and I'm going to count how many lines are going in the same direction. And there's 2 orange lines, 2 blue lines. The orange lines are directional. So when orange is going up, that means up. Both oranges are going up. That's 2 points. Blue are inversely related. So when blue is coming down, that means up. So the dotted blue is coming down. So that's a 3rd point. The thick blue is going up. Thick blue is kind of the slowest. He's usually the last to turn. So I got 3 points here. I want a minimum of 3 or 4. I want a minimum of 3 points. So I've got 3 points here. If I have 3 points here, I'm going to go down and look at my pressure. I've got weak down pressure. What makes it weak? The slope isn't very steep. There's a separation between the green and red line. So down pressure, I don't get a point for down pressure, but I do get a point for the green line being on top. So if I get a point, if I get the minimum required points from all 3 sections, which I have, this is a good trade. So I've got 3 points here, 3 points here from the TNTs, and 1 point from the pressure. So I have 7 points out of the 10 possible. I am going to go ahead. This is a good setup. So with that, I need a little bit more information to make a decision. So to get that little bit more information, I am going to open up a AUD USD full chart. So I'm going to take a chart that I had open last night. We're going to save it, and I'm going to change it to an AUD USD chart. So I right click, go to chart settings. I'm going to go to AUD USD. Click OK, and all of these charts are linked, so it changes them all. And I'm going to do File, Save As. Oops. AUD USD. Now, if we go back and look at my little checklist, what I want to do is I want to know where the support and resistance are and what the trend is. So let's do that. The way I've got my charts set up is I've got 7 charts on here, 2.5 minute, a 30 minute, a 60 minute, a 2 hour, a 4 hour, and a day chart. Then I have a clean chart that just shows the price action of the candles. So let's open it up I've got a 90-day calendar. Go back on this. You can adjust it, but for our purposes, this is okay. As this is in a chart that I normally trade, I don't have the support and resistance drawn on it, so I'm going to draw support and resistance on it. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. So this first one is right down in here. And then I am going to stops right in here. Seems to stop in here. I don't have many points. It's a little shy of here. On the dollar, these tend to be on a 1 hour chart. They tend to be about 30, 40 pips apart. Right now, we've got 40 pips, just a little over 40 pips here. We're going from 79 to 22, which is about 41 pips. Let's put another one above. We stopped right in here. We stopped in here a bit and right here. Now looking at it, in the last 90 days, we are kind of at the low point of the exchange. And if I look at the trend, I can go from here to here. It's a downtrend. Or I can even break it down from here to here. It's a downtrend. So over the last week, it's been coming down quite a bit. Over the last 3 weeks, it's been coming down, and it's kind of broken out of the trend and is trading a little bit below it. So let's bring this back in so we know what the trend is. We're trading in a downtrend. I want to know how much room I have to either support and resistance spot. So going up, I've got 12 pips. Coming down, I've got 30 pips. So 12 up and 30 down. Now let's go back and take a look at the signal. Now I'm trading into a downtrend. Right now I have a buy signal. what I am inclined to do when I have a buy signal trading into a downtrend is take less pips because I'm going against the trend. So, and we had 12 pips till we hit this line. So if we decide to take this trade, I'm going to take somewhere less than 12 pips, maybe 8. But let's take a look to see if we have support for this trade. And what I do is I look at my 2 hour and 4 hour. In the 2 hour, I am oversold. All the lines are pointing up and they're nice and tight. I kind of like this. If I look at the pressure is down with red on top. I don't have the green on top, but I have this kink in the green line. The kink in the green line is making the green line less steep than it was here. So that's positive, and this is positive. So I like this versus having the lines up here, having an overbought situation and an oversold here. Both are oversold. On the 4 hour chart, I am also oversold. So I like that. Minors are going up. Majors haven't committed yet. That's okay. We're oversold. So I'm getting support. I have got sideways pressure with red on top. Usually when red crosses on top, I will see a red candle, and I did. And the green candle is sloping less once that cross happened. So here we've got a little bit on this. When we have this like sideways pressure, that generally means retracement. Retracement means this candle, the current candle, is going to go back and retrace the previous candle. So if we go back and retrace this, we've got about 6 pips there. And then on the day chart, I don't spend as much time on the day chart, but when I'm looking to take a 60-minute trade, but we're oversold. Minors are going up, although not that steep, and the majors seem to have gotten stuck a little bit. So just even while we've been looking at this, these lines have advanced. When we first started looking at it, the lines were just entering the channel, and they're pushing up here. 30-minute, I've got I'm overbought going up, but I've got up pressure with the green going up. 2.5, I'm overbought, a little bit of a pullback here, but I've got strong up pressure. When we started, we were at 12. Oh, now we've lost 3 pips while we've been talking. Let's take this for a 6-pip buy. 6-pip buy. So now I'm going to go to my CoinEx. I am going to look for the AUD USD. AUD USD. The other reason I'm a little shy on this one is it's the middle of the night now in Australia. So AUD USD, I don't have that open, so I'm going to open that. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart, and I'm going to look for AUD USD. Here it is. And I am going to click New Order. I'm going to adjust my volume. I've got basically a $10,000 account, a little over 10,000. So I'm going to move my decimal place over 4. So I'm going to take a lot size of 1. I'm not going to worry about my stop loss or take profit at this point. I just want to get the trade in. So I'm going to click Market Buy. It records it down below. I'm going to right click on it, go to Modify. And now I am going to add in my stop loss, my take profit and stop loss. And this is a little bit of a calculator here. So if I put in So we're going to try to take, say, 6 pips or 6.5 pips. So if I put 65 points at 6.5 pips, if I click the blue copy as button, it does the math and puts it in here for me. So I've got to take profit of 0.7518. That's 0.7518. And we're going to use a 4 to 1. So if I'm at 65, 65 times 2 is 130. 130 times 2 is 260. So I'm going to put a 260 point stop loss. Again, click, which is 26 pips. Click the little red button and it calculates it. Usually I like to, when I'm taking a trade, I like to go 2 support and resistances away. In this case, we don't have 2 support and resistances. So if I just go on the other side of the current support line to prevent any peek throughs, like right here, you see there's a little bit of a peek through. It would bring me to 0.74751, 74.751. So I'm going to go ahead and change mine because I don't want to get stopped out to 74.75. So again, I right click, go to modify 74.751. So I'm changing my stop loss. So that is we took a 10-point trade. We've got 8 minutes left in the hour. The signal is still good all across the board. So I am guessing this trade is going to take about 3 hours to close. 3 hours to close because it'll be a little slow because the AUD is nighttime. All right, so we took a 10-point trade. What I want to do now is show you a second signal, something called the thick orange line signal. Thick orange line signal I take at the top of the hour. As you see, there are 7 minutes left till the top of the hour. So when this gets under 5, this becomes a good time to take the trade. I am looking at what this thick orange line number is. Now on my chart, they've changed the scaling on it on the web-based green chart. Your thick orange line number is over on the right here. It's in orange, but the high number is 10, the low number is 0. On mine, it's reversed. The high number up here, the number is 0, and it goes down to minus 100. So on yours, it's 10 to 0. On mine, it's 0 to minus 100. So I'm looking for situations where this is either 0 or minus 100. So minus 38 isn't, minus 52 isn't, minus 4 is. Well, minus 4 isn't 0, but it's within 10 points of 0. In your case, it's going to be within 1 point of 0. So it's going to be between 0 and 1. Or in your case, since the indexes are reversed, yours is going to be 10. So it's going to be 9 something. Now, what this number is telling us, it's a scale of the thick orange line number, which is giving us the kind of the fastest signal off of these 4. When this is at 0, it's saying, hey, we don't believe there's any more up in the movement. And in your case, when it's 10, it's saying it doesn't believe there's any more up in the movement. If there's no more up in the movement, it's an opportunity for a sell. But again, to get to that accuracy, we don't want to just trade off of one signal. We want something that confirms that, yeah, the move is kind of petered out. There's no more up in it. So to do that, I am going to look down at the majors and minors and see what it shows me. And ideally, I want a situation where all these lines are well above the blue. So that's telling me it's well overbought. This is telling me that the move is the up move is done. I don't have that. They're in the middle of the channel. So we're going to pass. I need to have both to take the trade. Minus 74 is no good, not 0 or 100 or 0 or 10. Minus 43 is no good. Minus 93 is within 10 of minus 100. So in your case, it's going to be like somewhere between 0 and 1. So now I'm going to look down to the majors and minors. I've got one of the minor lines have crossed the oversold line, but they're basically in the channel. So they're not deep enough. So I've got part 1 of the signal, but not part 2 of the signal. So I'm going to pass. So let's look at the second pair. Minus 94, yes, that's within 10 points, but my majors and minors aren't there. Minus 41 isn't close enough. Minus 82 on the Euro Canadian isn't close enough. Minus 29 isn't close enough. 28 isn't close enough. 71 isn't close enough. Let's look at the next pair. 48 isn't close enough on Canadian yen. Euro, New Zealand, 55, no. 29, no. New Zealand yen, no. Gold, dollar gold, yes. 0. So on yours, it's going to be 10. And I've got a couple of the lines well above the overbought line. Not enough. I want to see. I want to see this red line on the majors way up here too. If we had that, this would be what's going to happen is we're going to get a little snapback right at the top of the hour. That's always good for 5 pips. So it doesn't require any calculation. But when we see this, we've tested this. This is one of the signals that's about 90% accurate. But as I said, I don't have enough here. The majors haven't moved enough. I have just added this. This is Bitcoin versus the dollar. So we can trade on the move in Bitcoin, but minus 31 isn't close enough. So let's keep going. Minus 45, no. 77 on yen, Swiss franc yen, no. Euro yen, 69, no. Pound, Australian dollar, 29, no. New Zealand Swiss franc, no. No. So we didn't see a thick orange line. But what you did see is that at the top of the hour, within 3 minutes, we just went through 24 pairs to see if there was a signal. That's very simple to do. So to kind of recap, we took one trade, a 10-point trade on the Australian US dollar for 6.5 pips. And as I said, I will expect this to close within the next 3 hours. Any questions, comments, concerns? All right, gang, we're here to help. We're here to make you excellent traders. We will make you excellent traders. If you follow the protocol, what we teach you, you will do very, very well. So with that, until Thursday, we'll see you then. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.